Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and give us your contribution.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
And in name of Alex, today I'll start by people have been telling me no, which Alex. I want to tell them that my full name is Alex Mutale Ngandu.
Alex Mutale Ngandu from Kasama. Make your contribution, my brother.
Yeah, Ambassador. Do you know that to defend a lie is such a big problem? To defend a lie. If you are you and you are told that please, Alex Nashitafiabufi, and for you to be told to come and defend me, it's guys, it's almost impossible. Unless you are a liar. I'm speaking on behalf of those ministers. Some of them, they have that the conscience. They have a conscience within themselves. So for them to go out and defend lies that the church has done is so much impossible. They would rather keep quiet. I know he has been running a one-man show, but the truth be told is that to defend the lie is such a big problem. Number one. I want to discuss issues to do with the body of the late president. I saw something where Emmanuel Mwamba was saying that the body will be arriving in the country by Friday. So, before these issues happened, if you remember, there was some phone calls which were happening where the man was just attacked recently in Eastern Province or whatever, where he was communicating to say, no, there was 11 missed calls from the president. He was discussing issues to do with the court, whilst the matter was in court, or still in court. And today it's the same thing. This man never is still talking about the same issue that, no, the body will be arriving on Monday. Where is he getting this judgment? I mean, on Friday. The body will be in Friday. The body will be in the country by Friday. There's such a thing running or trending on social media. These are questions, and these are something that they have to be brought before the court, because these are people who are lying, so close to the power that be. To a lady meet, Ambassador, she's a disgrace. What we can, when we are doing normal grade 1, normal grade 2, remember, we wanted to know, even go to the parliament and shake a hand of a speaker, because the speaker was somebody that would hear to. But not this one. This one is an embarrassment. This one is like talking about I'm sorry, this is a public forum and very respected, but it's like so we can't wait for a jail term. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Alex says they are quiet, that these ministers were quiet because they didn't want to participate in the lie of their leader. That is an interesting perception. That is an interesting perception. Yeah. The lines are on. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from, and give us your contribution.
Thank you very much. This is Uncle J, Ambassador Mwamba.
Uncle J, make your contribution.
Yeah, let me go straight to the cabinet. I think you described it best. This has been the worst cabinet, to talk about. The ministers are known, meaning their impact is not even there to start with. This speaks exactly to the kind of leadership that we had. All right, a one-man show. And just like the previous caller just said, it's difficult to defend some of the things that were said and were done by this presidency. So, yeah, we can blame them, but most of them were actually incompetent. This is why you would hear this one say this, the other one say that. On the issue, I saw also that article that Mwamba put out. I think Mr. Mwamba, I'm calling him Mr. Mwamba. He's Dr. Mwamba. I call him actually a former pastor. He's such a disgrace. In the way he's been coming out, we expected a lot. He must be sober enough. You know, as a leader that has held the second highest office in our country, we expected better. You cannot always function through your belly. It's wrong. It's wrong. You can't just be celebrating the body is coming. He's never spoken anything to defend the widow. All he's just interested and obsessed with is the body of Israel coming into Zambia. That is sad. That is sad. In conclusion, the parliament, and I'm glad that it has come to an end, that was such a disturbance to our ears and our eyes. That woman who presided over that parliament will go down as the worst ever speaker. And I pray that that woman, please, has a time to pay for the crimes that she's committed. She might feel to be on top of the world right now because she's been defended. She's been the hand that has been functioning for the president. But a time for reckoning is coming. She has destroyed our country. Mwamba, you know, the constitution is everything. Without the constitution, you have no country. You have no country. And what these people have done to us, it's regrettable. And the only revelation that we have is we have known them. Had we not discovered them, had they not come to power then, we are not going to know how horrible and terrible and dangerous, heartless these people are. We thank God it has come to an end and we cannot watch that nonsense anymore. In conclusion, I want to say, Viva Makebi Zulu, Viva Mundubile. Thank you for the unity of purpose. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Thank you very much, my brother. This is Muntumususu calling you from Lusaka, Zambia.
Muntumususu, make your contribution.
I want to thank you first of all for this program you are giving and all this effort that you are putting up in shaping the political direction of our country. That must be acknowledged. And I think that we need a database of people who have stood for people in this country like you, and all, including those who have betrayed us. Now, I want to give an insight on the way President Edgar operates. I've been listening from what you are saying. This is indeed the most disastrous and incompetent cabinet that even I personally have never seen. But you must understand how President Edgar operates. People haven't taken time to understand clearly how President Edgar operates. President Edgar operates like a god. And whatever he does, he must not be questioned by anybody. Therefore, if you want to keep your job when you are working for him and you are close, you must first of all hang your brains. Don't question things anyhow. Where is Garin Combo today? What did you think Garin Combo did? Look at the history of this man from the time that they're running UPND. Anyone who has dared question him, even to give you to reason with him, they have all been ejected and ceremoniously chased from there. That's the way you operate. So when you are talking about this cabinet, some of those cabinets, you wouldn't blame them very much because
it's a reflection of who the leader was.
Yes. There is that audio that you are playing. Did you hear that audio that you are playing? That Tongamani, as he explained everything properly. When the trailer is not moving, it's because the head is not pulling. The people he was working with are not given the liberty to think independently, even in giving statements. If you have to give a statement, you have to be called. Go and give this statement. Go and do this. That's a type of management. That is the type of mercy that we had put ourselves in. It's not like Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu, the ministers were free to talk, independent. It is not like Rupia Banda people were free to talk. It's not like Michael Sata. Even during Michael Sata, ministers were free to talk. That is not the management that you need to understand the management stuff. And that man, you heard a lot of issues on this platform. There are people whom he listens to. They don't just listen to anybody. That is why you find that some ministers can be very incompetent, but he would never fire them. Because even himself maybe was just told to say appoint this one, appoint this one. So what we are saying is that we continue banking on our political parties to ensure that they continue interrogating this issue of unity. We as a people of this country are resolved. We are all resolved. We want to correct the mess that we created in 2021. We wake up Uchitintangombe very early in the morning to go and see. By 10 hours, President in the HRM would have already received the message that he has lost. So we ask you, the opposition, our politicians, please continue ensuring that you are uniting. Thank you very much, Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba.
Thank you very much. The lines are open. We will not stay very long. It was just a program for you. It's a people's forum. We might have guests along the way, but we thought that we should come to you. I saw the yearning yesterday of people seeking to comment, especially after what we saw, the unity of Brand Mundubile and Makebi Zulu, and your views about it. So we've decided to hold this program to listen to you. Then there is an issue of parliament, ECZ guidelines. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and give your contribution.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Mwamba.
Good evening.
This is Didi from Kopagotndo.
Didi, make your contribution.
Ubushukuru fuire nsofuna yashiri wako yansufu. Twatotera balifa abo fa kulira kwa bantu ba Makebi na ba Mundubile na batenshe cyaro na ba FDD. Na batenshe cyaro abantu baletota kumino kumakasa. Emutima udia efo twalelo lila. Okupusana tapabasha kubatu yakwate nchina mukwata inkala mumushi ile ya abantu chawo mwaka tana kitulendera pamo pakuti tukamala inkala muko ile tulira mwamvo tukabena amasebe tukabana fishefya abenkala muko chinfya lomba apa basa kaukachachi bakalipa bamwamba bachi bakuma radio station bare ponta fetu ati emu mwalela ndachi bali salangana takwa opposition yafunga kui
Shamikari Pashani, when they've come together.
Inena seka kone seko ukuyikalisha efyo kwa watu wasapulika no mulemba mungu tui ala mwabombeni mwe lawyers yabiri katule foyo muntu tali lawyer le angala fe kuli constitution alanga kuli constitution umuntu lafula kuika constitution ukula lifulunganya fye imwe mulato tafe mu minwa yawe filife takwabe efyo vintu kafyabi pakulanda Baraba speaker tapari nacho bafumamo kairi ba dinu ba west speaker bana kashinali chotekala tumana kashata chitefusuma na isa pendana na mugala na tikashinga babulire na mugala ukuya kula baraba mayo bamalo kula chitafe opposition yuko chita quiet kula fa walanda dinu weolesa kupale wale bomba parliament ule umfalesa kupale dinu weo parliament wali bomba wale rula abantu mukona kapyanga imwe mwalelwila abantu lero parliament yakwa lero nombatwala mona tulya kuma finals umusha ba opposition tubona yene opposition ifo ikamchita patu ofu imwe antu mwabana nabo kumona na ilanga ala bombeni muchiteti suma ichiweme chilombera filafina bana ndati soti yo ina soti mwanda chisoti sana yala myalukila ile balukira abatabonfwa nga tulera fima bills fyabwe fya emergency ifwe mukufunda abana tira mukupoka pension kuri ba 3 days ati tukala no 3 days tukalafunda abana okwikala abantu egani bakwate order. I think balakwata order bonse abakweta amapindo yalimenene lero nayapwa twalamona mumushipo mwala ati eba babiu 7 balabale bantu babonfeshe mingalako nabashima balamoneka sonomba MP kwati tapali neto batitile shuwa bamushanga abati ngeme nabashima napapwa papwa ezo kuboko ipuncha politics nizo finanga tauchenjerenga waruka kangalu tolaika tona chiwa masala awo tena chiwa mwambala chiwa Makebi Zulu lesale mchita protect na ba Mundubile na ba chifumu banda bonse na ba opposition kolonganeni tananani.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you very much. Didi from Mundola. Have a caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Thank you. I'm Chama.
Chama, make your contributions.
Ambassador, you know what we are experiencing in this country and what we have experienced in this country from 2021 to date is something that sometimes when I sit down and begin to think about what is happening in this country, sometimes Ambassador. Because when I look at cabinet, I've never been a minister before. But when I look at our ministers, the cabinet that the president, constituted from the word go, you look at the performance of these ministers, they are incompetent, they don't know anything. When they are doing their presentations, you can even see to say, truly this person here is... But these are the people that we were subjected to. And so they collapsed the system. So the only thing that those people were doing is yes, Bwana. They were not thinking on their behalf, on their own. You can see, incompetence in them, even arrogance in them, because the only thing that our ministers knew was to say yes, even to something which they know very well. And they even have conviction to say, I think this thing is wrong. But because there was the option, but because it was in favor of them. But I know one day they will regret whatsoever they've done, whatever damage they've caused to this country. They will definitely regret, because it will haunt them. It will follow them one day. Kanshukabira kwesu utira ambassador abama leaders ifali chitawa Mundubile ba Makebi Zulu ba Esapamo, in fact they fatwale pepera fidia. We know in August Zambia shall be liberated. In fact, after my election, there will be another independence celebration. Because what we have experienced in this country is something that is very strange. We as young people have regretted what we did. I think it is something that we wouldn't want to happen again. I think we have an opportunity to correct that mistake. We have an opportunity to liberate ourselves. We have an opportunity to make sure we put things right in this country. We made a mistake. Because we were subjected to something that we couldn't believe we would be experiencing such kind of things. So, Ambassador, I think you are a great man. You are a full of wisdom. Keep it up, sir. Continue. Indeed, that's the reason why you have this experience. It's because you are a great man. I appreciate you for everything that you are doing. Continue. You contribute highly, even in the coming together of Makebi, Mundubile. It's because of your effort for me. That's how, because you've been trying by all means to go for unity. Continue. I know people may not see it, people may not appreciate it, but anyone who is wise has seen what you have done, what you have contributed. So, sir, continue. We are behind our leaders, and we'll make sure we turn out in numbers, who influence, who mobilize, and make sure we bring everyone on board so that come 13th August, we have to go and correct that mistake that we made in 2021. Honestly, we were subjected to something that I don't understand. The injustice that has happened in this country, I mean, I can't believe. Sometimes you sit down, you question yourself, are these the leaders that we voted?
Thank you, my brother.
The people that we brought on board. So, Ambassador, keep it up, sir.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Freedom is coming for Zambia. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's pick your cause and let's hear from you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Emmanuel Mwamba, incoming information minister.
Mwawombe Nwane.
Employee, our Mwamba, yesterday, Katishna, to a folk Toloka Quisa, and to a Liava, here to a Mwinfi. Amwamba, Abovanduna Marisha programs also to offer my radio station, Chamulanda, Avano, Ishuali, I want to see a pretty mano, and our man of Manakifita Filipino, and to a large now, very fishing. Even in Southern Province, whatever the Southern Province, Nako, Takuenu, and Nawawan Valilanda. Amwamba, Rulera, Rulera Wakala. Wakalavali Tulaya, I should have a penita radio, Walana Navena, Valano, Latine, square problem in yo. And then the regi, we cut another nine. So, Trello, Monoga to Mundubile, our Makebi Zulu, Vatandali, Bakalava, no Quay Calapanch. No kwevati wangu abantu besechapam amamba lesanipale konkanya ni penchikesu kumunebonda.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution.
Hello, Mwamba Mwabonde, nameless.
Kwaiwa nameless. Make your contribution.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mwamba. Our appreciations is so high, for the job that you've been doing and you're still doing. And we know very well that it will continue until such a time. Yeah. Well, Mwamba, I just want to point out something which is very, very important, and I'm very much concerned here. Today, I have seen the Makebi, and I watched through everything. Yeah, the crowd was just overwhelming. My main concern, Vamwamba, this is something that we have not to forget. Makebi needs to be secured. Yeah, because that crowd, really, it just made me so scared. Yeah, very much scared. So I just want to emphasize on the security. How secured is he? Yes. This is something that you have to look at. This is all I wanted to say about Mwamba. I'm worried about his security here. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's take your calls and let's hear from you what your views are on the program and on the matters we are discussing today. That includes opposition unity. Just a minute, I've got a call coming in. Thank you. We are discussing opposition unity, and we are also discussing this cabinet. I think that is one of the worst cabinet. It was quiet. It never defended the president. We never had policy issues from them. Sometimes every time they came to the media is when they were in scandal and trying to defend themselves, either out of corruption, procurement irregularities, or personal misconduct. That's when we really hate them. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Endita.
Enquire. And it's Mina Saka Condemina. Amamba Chakuara then Saka Mumba. Emkarambanga, Tavi, Zambia, Pakarambanga, Samamba. And Chakuara and Derandova Chavan to collect it to Parliament in Valia. Very little to the fire, Parliament, drove my relative fire in. It's a Zambian Atima wants to come over. I want to opposition in Hawaii. Someone no one to the table when on Gari Carava, who will take Spanish table when I'm coming. I took it as quick as much as I could under.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The lines are open. You can make your contribution. The lines are open. You can make your contribution. The lines are open. You can make your contribution. The lines are open. We are discussing the various issues, and we want to hear your voice because it's People's Forum. And we do not want to stay long, because when we stay long, then you begin to call. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Ambassador.
Good evening.
Mkwaya network na issue pakwa madeza ya formule mwena ndiwa wa mwano muneka sana ile kutawaka sana. I don't know if it yako. Ambassador pali no instaine ndefu ndafie. Shire funda ndera ndafe pali unit. I unit yakaena kuma supporters ambassador. Kwa supporters amano ya chepeko amano kwa cha ayakora tontonganya kwa ntunguru shefo ile shire tontonganya peta shire tontonganya tuperere ko pali level ya panshi pantu problem ufuma supporters kwa ba ntunguru shishesu nero shire ranshanya pe bwino fire ba munkonge ba bu cafe no kwambo kora tontonganya yo ba Makebi na barande fine namba no kura ebecha yo wa mundiru naba ndefine namba no kura ebecha revyo tuna shefu tukakeko tureke ntunguru chambyo kututungurure bimo shakwata konke kwa ma protocol pakwe bati unity tuisunge efe twala ndarande ishta yakunu ma tufifute tufirabe ko twambyo kwendera pamo so mweba kwa talent yakulanda pali ino ishta first lekenyo kusitako practice kwa ukurarangira ko bamundubile fo tabarangire bapereni ko chance lekenyo ku ukurarangira ko ba Makebi Zulu fo tabarangire katube fyo kwikatana pamono prolere ntungurushi amashu yare tueba bantu mwalisho ino ishitaba bantu to abana bena abantu abakwe batabalala nechichi chitike tabalala so kurandaranda ku twaleta ma problems yao katura tushiteura wino le randaranda pakwe bati ona ule fintu so mwe bantu bakwale sanami romba kurandaranda kwali kurandaranda kwa kunuma kukwiri apapeni lekeni twale mbatike twafu abena Zambia echo balelira na tuikatana ifya kula ipushisha busheyo nina nywala teka pale ababilio nishani tufira beko katkonka nyafyo kula pozelesha abantu pa grassroots tuwebyo kweba tulire chola aba tuipusha we chola fe imwe tetekere ni muchore fi byonse mukafsanga nantunguru shiri umwine muchola aho inopona perera ambassador nchikwetera ma question nachikwata fyo mupasho wako bati ngosereshe nje beko na barama supporters abatukana turamwana sha mwama leader tureke no kutukana leader to support that tukanapo ifo tule tukana no manage to support enshi umuntu onse araruba katuwerere mu nshira fwe bare tukana tureke fwe bare randa tureke tatwakamise kyao byari bitavyakare rero katwendere mu nshira y'isuma bakwe bachama election kese ya mu nshira y'isuma na fwe bafyongo tureke awe ona perera papeni ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are conducting this special broadcast. We're doing an update on the remains of the late president. We were also talking about opposition unity and the calendar in parliament, and that this was the last parliament, and also for cabinet, the president held his last cabinet. What is your view about this cabinet? I've termed it as the worst cabinet, and I don't know what your thoughts are about this cabinet and the last parliament and what is going on in the nomination process. We want to close early today. This was to give you an opportunity to call, especially on the issue of opposition unity, that we couldn't take as many calls as possible yesterday when the news broke out. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Yes, my brother, make your contributions.
Yeah. Dada kwamba kosoba mdala andibe kusukusa kutwa Yesu. Sebo lenzo tokatandwa kumama Mungu ayuyi.
Thank you.
Yeah. Seno ano potubeti tuyawinga iri abo milimo yamana. Aja kujita tatujijisi. So kulero nishibwa ngayabunyongana kambo sebo ndiso tokapengera kuti balere ponyeno bazimana baturuba batugwiya enoto yawingaira boko yawingaira twabura milimo enoto yo yama kuli Arumba.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, let's hear from you. We'll be going out early today. We'll be going out. Well, Dr. Brian Mushimba, I've seen a post. He says his organized political party, has also achieved the 1,000 milestone. Dr. Brian Mushimba. So remember, I was asking of those that were filing in today. So Dr. Brian Mushimba says he has managed the 1,000. And your call is for the opposition to work together and to unite. And we hope to bring people like Brian Mushimba on this program. We hear what their views are.
And agree with them that truly it's a matter of urgency. We don't have time to depend tawi. Lelo, today is the
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. This is Anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Okay, I want to talk about the issue of unity. As Zambians, we were crying to say we need the opposition to come together. Now, what I've realized is that people, as ourselves, we are the ones who are confusing things. We move step by step. The brand Mundubile's team and Makebi's team, they have come together. You cannot just announce and give all the information there and there, because we are in a situation where everything that is happening is being calculated, and there is always opposition to great ideas that are coming through. So the supporters, we must be patient, and also who are those others who are not yet on board. This issue of saying Ari Karawa is the one with a correct party, no, we are actually encouraging him to stay away. What Ambassador President Hari Karawa should do is to join, to come on board. Even before the announcement of who the flag carrier will be, Mr. Karawa should come on board. The rest should come on board so that you make something one. And then at the end of the day, they will agree whether it is Hari Karawa who is going to stand, it will be Hari Karawa. If it is Makebi Zulu, it will be Makebi Zulu. If it will be Brian Mundubile, it will be Brian Mundubile. At the moment, we must be spearheading a unity. We must not be concerned to say, what are they going to use? Which party is intact? No. At the moment is unity. This is what we have been crying for. We've been crying for unity. And this unity has been shown by two people that have come together. The rest should come on board. Staying away by thinking I'm the one with the right party, that is a very big mistake that we are making again. We need to come as one. And then during the filing in of the nomination, these days that are remaining, they can agree. God can do a miracle. Whoever, that is the one that the people will go for. That is what we need to do at the moment. We don't need to go in detail, just like the previous caller said. We are going too much into details. We want to know everything. Remember that you are not the only one. The other camp also, they are strategizing on how they can stop you, how they can hammer you. So some information, it is better they are withheld. Okay, it is better that they are withheld so that at the right time, definitely now things will be reviewed. So I like it the way it is that Makebi is going on his own, Mundubile is going on his own. Right now, as I'm speaking, Mundubile is holding a program. Makebi was busy today. If Hari Karawa can also be busy today. But at that day, these are human beings who should agree. The lives of Zambian people are at stake. You people, you opposition parties, leaders, I know you are listening. Come on board.
Thank you, my brother. Let me just take some more calls. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think your point is very clear. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contribution. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Mwamba.
Good evening.
You are talking to Kayula from Chinsali.
Kayula from Chinsali, make your contributions.
Mkwai. Ndiro wakutotera kuli fyonse file chitika na tukwato kukonkamo. Lero na ino konkomesha kwandi kwa kwebo kuti feba likunse kwalerira unity. Then unity ya isa tuijoin na mkusala nangu mkupatura uyachitefi because ngatuwaivukisha sana kuitwa kwa unity waambirepo ni Hari Karawa neri ambirepo na bose mabambo okuminisha. So if you bambo okwiza, people should not just start saying that oh no this one should come and join who and this one should come and join who. The leaders, we are crying for unity and they've heard. Because when we look at things, the other camp, they don't really even have a party, but Hari Karawa has been consistent and he seems stable. So let's not be the voice again to pick and say, no, this one is not worthy. Leadership is chosen by God, and Hari has shown competence. So let the leaders continue uniting. And we as the Chinsalians and my fellow people have seen to say we should not just be saying Hari no, Hari this. Hari Karawa is suitable and ready to lead. The others also should reconsider as they sit on those tables, knowing that the president should be considered as Hari Karawa. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution.
Anonymous, good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening, Anonymous. Make your contribution.
I am not going to make any contribution, but I would like you to call me after your program. I want to talk to you privately.
Thank you, my brother. I will. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution. Hello? Hello, caller. Is this Danny Sinyangwe? Hello, caller. Uh-oh. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Oh, Sinyangwe Danny on the line, Ambassador Mwamba.
Yes, I thought so. Yes, my brother. Make your contribution.
Thank you. Ambassador Mwamba, like once of a Valelanda, I think unity is what we've been calling for. And as we have called for this unity, us now the supporters, we should not destroy this unity by trying to find fault in each other. Let's work together. The task ahead is very difficult. So, I'm sure Makebi, Brian Mundubile, they are smart. They are going to engage even other people so that this unity will come with a purpose. Then the other thing, Emmanuel Mwamba, you asked a good question. What can you do and what can you measure the cabinet? Because as at tomorrow, there will be no cabinet. Mwamba, this is the worst cabinet ever in the history of Zambia. Why am I saying so? Mwamba, 7 years of ECL, as much as people didn't want to work with him or they spoke ill about him, but people could see the works of ECL and his government. 5 years of this government that we have now, let's put politics aside. What have they done for you and me? What have they done for the people in rural areas of Zambia? Yesterday, Mwamba, something touched me after we finished listening to your program, because we have to listen to other programs. I was listening to one man on Queen Pum's podcast, Lufa Breya. The man brought a very important point to say, look, governance, when we have people, they should change the lives of Zambians. Today, 5 years, those cabinet ministers, let them go back to their constituents. What changes have they brought to the lives of Zambians? If you can have a country after 63 years of independence, Mwamba, we still have people with they don't have basic to clean water. They are still using Peter tins. And there we have a president who had promised the Zambian people so much. But 5 years has passed. If they could just even show us anything that they have done without saying, we are doing what PF did not do. All what I have seen, Mwamba, a country that is more divided, more youths that don't have jobs, only the few people from a certain region are treated more Zambians than others. I won't say much, but Mwamba, let's remain focused, and then point isuma. As supporters should not be seen to be the one to destroy this unity. Let the leaders do their job. Let us support them. Mwamba, God bless you and God bless Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Mwamba, this is Mua from Livingston, Mulishani.
Mulishani ku Livingston.
Ndipo shako na wekara chalo. Iko takwa mana nikarama kama issues are for and the folks that present. First one, in 5 years of UPND, and then I also have a letter from the Council of Elders over the unity between President Mundubile and the President Makebi.
Thank you.
Then we have issue in concerning the issue of candidates. So I will write a bit. Then even Tiarero. So 5 years of UPND Mwamba has been. It has been a sad 5 years. It's like wasted years. Because what UPND promised, only the Ukakabanavo, Insara Mayanda, it's like 5 years. So really 5 years of UPND has brought a lot of misery. But again, knowing that our lives before God were nothing. So by UPND, our never feel like 5 years. And then Mwamba, they can embed in character Yachimakuma Council of Elders.
Okay.
The Patriot Front Council of Elders commends and congratulates Presidents Makebi Zulu and Brian Mundubile of Pamozi and Tonse alliances for rising to the challenge of unity in defense of democracy for our beloved nation of Zambia. We are now calling upon all members, supporters, and all Zambians of goodwill to fully rally behind these gallant men. President Makebi and President Mundubile deserve a special place in the hearts of all Zambians forever as heroes. We owe an eternal gratitude to the Craig, traditional leaders, people of society, elders of volunteer organizations, art central committees for your resilience, and all those unsung movers without whom this political monument wouldn't have been. Let us all move together. Victory is assured. No doubt about it. Ngonga Mukupa, PF Council of Elders Chairman.
Thank you very much. Powerful letter. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
So, the other issue I'm issue of my candidates. I'm happy that by the debate to extend our nominations, our nomination days. We have a serious challenge of candidates. If you never open the Vashre Trufianya, if you send the party by Tuaruku, Tefi. So on the ground, I want to value Ruvan, Natavista, party are women up. So you discover that having I want to be discouraged from participating in elections. So now, I don't know what we can do, but on this matter, we need to move as quickly as possible. Because campaign manager of our president, our driver, ni what councillor, na what chairman. No mbanga tamkwete councillor power driver. It will be difficult to campaign. And if we are serious about getting power, we need to field candidates in almost at least maybe 90% of all the wards in Zambia. I'm members of parliament, we should just do it 100%. Otherwise, if we don't do anything between now and the part 25, we will still have a very big problem here, my candidates. So, each person have been doing it. The way she been a procedure. You have to be tax cleared. You have to be tax cleared. You need your grade 12 to be verified. The council has to approve you. So the process can go katari. So people must actually make sure that to constituency chairman, district chairman, everyone who is on as leaders. We are not supposed to go in without a candidate in any of our wards in Zambia. Recently, we held elections, here convention, here PF. We saw the participation. It was 111 districts. So if we can field candidates in all these districts, votes from the convention, I think it will put us at a better position. Now, what I've seen is that if former Zambians that will realize seriousness here, leadership. I think that will realize, because you find that those good men and women who are good-hearted, they're scared to participate in politics. But they can't savage some politics. Some money favorite some savage. Money no put chavena chaving. Abantu be ati no tungurushi. The moment we control the type of leadership that we want for our country, that will be the beginning of change for our country. But you find that abantu kabari to participate in my elections. And I don't know, but for a better Zambia, then we don't want to participate in building a better Zambia. That's why when I catch in the Baisa and Loko that we want to Muratambira Bola Materases. Is any more ground to tell the Pamobola Pantu who take over. Now we mean up Pabisan. So Bamwamba Naranda San.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution.
This is Precious Inonga from Livingston.
Yes, Precious.
Yes, I want to contribute on what people they are saying about Makebi, Zulu and Mundubile, that they did well to unite.
Yes.
On my side, I don't want to pretend. I just have to come open and tell the truth. The unity that we need right now, it's not all about Brian Mundubile and Makebi, Zulu, no. The unity that we want all opposition leaders to come together and support one person. We expect all opposition leaders to respect the ECL's wishes so that all of us, we can know why Lungu left such wishes. All we need right now is democracy. But I personally have discovered that there are some people who are trying to pretend like they want to save the people of Zambia, but they don't want to save the people of Zambia. They will give another chance to UPND to make our life miserable. So myself, I'm just here to say, let opposition leaders come together. They should not, each and everyone should not say, I want to be the president. No. For now, we need our democracy back. Let them come together, let them be united and support one person. And that person should be Makebi Zulu. We need Makebi Zulu to bring truth to the nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll be closing at 22. So if you have anything to say, you say it now before we close the lines. We'll be closing the lines at 2. So I'm going to take the last 4 or 5 calls to hear from you. Make your call. Let's hear you. Let's hear your contribution. Yes, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution.
Good evening, Mr. Mwamba. Anonymous here.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Thank you. Also, Mr. Mwamba, I want also to contribute. I'm sure National Africa want to forward it, and also I want also to express my gratitude and to what happened, more especially yesterday. Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu. I was very happy. Do you know, Mr. Mwamba, that I wanted to chase my wife because she was too happy than the way she becomes happy when I buy a present.
Nice one.
Makebi Zulu and Mundubile bakamyo kubusunga. Maybe na mwele ba Mwamba.
Yo tsungire ba mayo we mwa umetsungire ba mayo. She just loves our country.
Very, very much, Mr. Mwamba. Yesterday night, I'm telling you, it was fine, and we felt good. And this is what we want. Like please, we are inviting also Nava Kalava, member like in please, we need you all. We need you because this is our country that we want to fight for. So, please, and the other thing also that I want to contribute is on our us as supporters, cadres, please. Let's chill. Let's respect our readers, and let's make sure that we give them responsibility to rule us. Sometimes, Bala misread. Like I heard what the chairperson for national chairperson for Pamo's Alliance for Ishidilanda. It's not just about position, but it's about the interest. When we remember Lungu I remember when we see a video Balungu was seated bunch so, but God chose him. We should not look at anyway. Pale bonse muba mwamba mipale na ifu bonse na mwaba letu mama phone, you can see how people are expressing themselves. Therefore na bachimba kambwire lero tatulefo tabale umfuika po ababebe ni bese bafya tuomfwe pona lero wanwe mano mwamba mwaisa banga.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's please call so that we can close the program. I'm taking the last calls. We hear from you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling from.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, MK6 from Pretoria again today.
MK, make your contributions.
I need about 30 minutes next program. There's so much that is in my heart.
You should just come. We feature you.
I think I need a feature during the campaign time so that maybe we can talk to our fellow youths in Zambia.
Wonderful.
You know, it's appalling to have a government that is concluding tomorrow, which have received, I think, the worst rating from the UN, or let me just say from the world. I think we all have the records that is at hand. We are rated, I think, downward since independence. So appalling that some of us would even want to continue with the same. For me, what is worrying is not the economy, but the democracy. That is my number one worry. Because I've got first-hand information, especially from the UN. I've got first-hand information from the people who have been incarcerated from my province. I'm coming from the constituency of Bachirangwa, and you can easily tell to say actually we have lived in a government that has never respected the rule of law. Mwangala Zoromis, his daughter, is walking in the streets of Lusaka, enjoying her peace, while my brother, Honorable Chilangwa, is languishing in the police or prison cells. I think we can do better as a people. We can stand together and fight for justice and fight that we are all inclusive in the running of this governance. I've lived a life in the last 5 years where I can see first-hand information from those in government and supporting the UPND government who have exercised tribalism at the highest order. So I don't see why someone would stand up again and say we go back to these people. I think, like you have said, I need the day that I can come and talk. Thank you so much, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contributions.
Thank you very much for taking my call. Anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
My contribution to all Zambians that would like, our country to be back on track is that let's remember something that's very, very important. I think for me, the 13th of May, 2026, made a very, very special day on our calendar in this country. That God spoke to us and he showed us the way. By closing a door that we constantly have been praying to him to close, which is this particular dispensation, closing parliament and crossing over to a new era where the parliament dissolution and the opposition beginning to unite yesterday was an indication and a sign from God in allowing this country to be freed from the 5 years shackles that we have been through. I think that it is very that we begin to listen to God's voice and begin to work together as a nation. It brings me very, very close to tears. And I think that the people of God that have been praying, the men of God that have been on their knees, that are still on their knees, begin to feel this spirit that is blowing across this country. And I pray that we continue to unite and end up in the way that God has opened this door that he has opened and closed and shut that one, which will never be opened again. In Jesus' name, let's continue to pray. Let's be on our knees. Let's raise our hands to God so that he continues to lead us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for that prayer and powerful voice. Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contributions.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
This is Mr. Mwela calling from Avondale.
Mr. Mwelwa, make your contribution.
Thank you, Ambassador. Yeah, my network is poor here.
Yes, make your contribution, my brother. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, Ambassador Mwamba, I'm begging you this evening that maybe you help us to tame Queen Pumi and the friend Beverly. Hear the voice of Zambia. You try to tame these people. I think these people are not helping us. They are there to destroy whatever you people have fought for. Thank you, Ambassador. I submit.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. You are giving me big assignments. I don't even know what they are talking about. I'll follow up. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and make your contributions. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and give us your contribution.
Good evening, Mwamba.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. Mwamba, the way I'm thinking, I'm a candidate, I'm a kabathrough. Fwetu wafudishako. The way to wafudishako, yakwewati, in the next 3 weeks, mukashte conduct an opinion poll countrywide. At least where you come up with at least 2 flag bearers, two front liners.
I'm crying.
2 front liners. Aya target to capture at least 1 million phone calls where people can be voting. This one, you spread it. You can get in touch number Mama podcast Bambi, then Nama radio stations Yambi, whereby they conduct those phone calls, vote, then Imam Ababa totaling center. So as you reach within 3 weeks, you reach at least a million calls votes. Then that is whatever I'm a candidate wants. out of once having a through list where people be voting perform. Then you tell them out of this first 3 weeks to quit Abama 2 frontliners. Then after 3 weeks, once they should just rally behind those 2 frontliners. So there will only be 3 candidates. Wakateka and those the other 2. That is whether you are Makebi, you are Mundubile, you are Karaba, just the first 2 frontliners. Behind. Then kuma MPs. After find my MPs, they should sit down and see where do they have the stronger MPs? Who is talking about cost my MPs? Most of it was somebody 25 wants to but of course file in. But Pauchita campaign, I think these 3 parties were strong about what support. Maybe which constituency, just 3 parties want to support. So that they don't split bossy, kuma MPs. They should go and say that unite and say, this is what we decided to do.
Thank you very much, my caller. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you. I'm back again, Uncle J.
Yes, Uncle
I'll
J.
be so quick. Yes, I just wanted to defend my sister. I've seen some people that have called and are saying, Queen Impuni and things like that. I think we need to understand that we had different camps. We had 2 different camps, and there was a war of partition that was dividing us. And from the time that war collapsed, I think Queen Impuni is one person that has been very consistent. And in the way she's actually presented herself in these, days that have passed, I think everyone must be able to appreciate. This is a woman that has stood, and has spent much of her time away, from her family just to advocate for democracy and the rule of law, and also the unity of the opposition. Of course, these are politics. There could have been words that have been said based on what was happening. You cannot continue to attack someone like that. That is wrong. So yeah, I thought I just needed to call and just speak to that. I think they need to spare.
Thank you, Uncle J. You are right. There were camps. Now the camps have, the camps have now collapsed, and it's time to work for unity. Thank you for that.
He has been consistent on her page, posting about this unity that has happened. So I don't know why people would want to attack her that way. That's wrong.
Thank you, Uncle J.
In unison.
Yes, thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from, and make your contribution.
Yes, good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Zambia, Anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Yes, my contribution is that I feel that a mechanism to choose one presidential candidate must be identified. I mean, MZ8, BM8, KBF, Hali Kalaba, Fred Membe, and others must all be subjected to a poll, similar to that no-name party convention that was done. You see, so whoever emerges as winner becomes an undisputed opposition presidential candidate. And everybody else, all the people who follow those must fall ranks, must support that particular candidate. That's how we are going to have maybe 1 or just 2 opposition figures as presidential candidates. I feel this is what should be done, because how do you choose between MZ8, BM8, in this case as an alliance, and then the others? Let's get everybody together and then choose one.
Thank you, my brother. I think your thoughts are clear.
That's the way we should go.
Thank you. Your thoughts are very clear. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contributions.
Hello, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Evening. This is Mr. Mwero from Avondale again.
Yes, Mr. Mwero. Uncle J called you to correct you that there were camps and now those camps have disappeared and the ladies are working together now. I mean, the narrative has totally changed.
No, I think Uncle J hasn't listened to the latest postings they made, these two people on their page, where they were saying that, no, we can't take things for granted, even if we've amazed, but we look, we should look at what happened, where we are coming from. But when you look at the clip which Lily posted, she was very happy celebrating. But these other two ladies, they are still insisting to say, no, we should scrutinize this group further. What? They are just delaying our process. I'm not for Mundubile, no. But it's the way they are conducting themselves. It's like they vowed not to work with Mundubile. That's what I see. And we are bitter because you see, we were fighting for this unit. Yeah? We were trying for this unit. It has come now, and then you have people again who are bringing negative things again.
No, first of all, my dear brother, I have a rule here. I don't discuss my other bloggers, whether it's Chilufia Tayali, whether it's Lili, whether it's Chair or Queen Pumi. That is number one rule. So first of all, I don't know what the others have said. Number two, I don't know what they've written and I need to evaluate. I don't want to crucify them. But of course, your concerns are taken. I take your concerns. Is that clear?
You know, Ambassador Mwamba, it's not that we hate them. We don't hate them, no.
Yeah. No, you are right about supporters. They comes and they should come together. That point you are right. Okay, but...
if you check the clip, which he posted, after hearing that, these two camps have merged, she was very happy. But the other people are still continuing with negative statements. I can even send that clip to you.
Please send it to me. And but I hope you got my point. I am reluctant to discuss other people.
Point, but it's like when we tell you people, it's like on the other camp, you give us a deaf here.
Yeah. Okay, my brother. Thank you. Let me take another call.
That is not good.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, Ambassador Mwanya.
Mwamba. Bakalamba Mrishani, Honorable Chimbakambwili. Yes, CK. Make your contribution, Bakalamba.
Yeah, I've just been following your program, and yesterday I followed your program. The unity between Makebi and Mundubile, very welcome. Excellent unity. Yeah, I was saying the unity between Makebi and Honorable Mundubile, Honorable Makebi Zulu, Honorable Mundubile, very excellent. But I think we should avoid thinking that because the two have come together, then we have wrapped it up. It must be beyond. Mind you, Honorable Mundubile and Honorable Makebi are all coming from PF. So it's just a PF family. But what we need now is beyond the PF family. I have been fighting for the entire opposition to unite. I have had a discussion with President Fred Membe, a discussion with Honorable President Kalava. I've had discussion with Kapemba Simbao. I've had discussion with Kopolande. I've had discussion with Mohavi Lungu and the Zambia we want. I've had discussion with my brother KBF. So if we are going to narrow this thing to only 2 people, then we are not going anywhere. We need the entire opposition to come together and agree to disagree. I totally agree with people that are saying that let us not just think that the 2 coming together, then that's it, and we are assured of defeating the current government. This must be opened to everybody, and all those who have access to all these presidential aspirants must, from between today and the coming days up to the 25th, make sure that all these people come together. That is the only time we are going to say thumbs up, well done. And it should not be closed that no, either Makebi should be president and the other one, Mundubile, must be deputy, or either Mundubile must be and Makebi be deputy, and then we've closed it up and we've wrapped it up. Then we are lying to ourselves. We need unity in diversity, and only unity in diversity will assure us the victory that we all hope and look forward to. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, CK, former Minister of Information, former Minister of Labor, and he's been a senior member of the Patriotic Front, says the unity must go beyond the 2. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contributions.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Okay, so this is Carlos Chishike.
But Carlos, make your contribution.
Okay, via Ambassador, in as much as we would want to appreciate the coming together of the opposition, I feel that we also need to be so very realistic. In that you and I, we have a role to play in this whole thing. If we do not begin to tell each other the truth, Zambia will still be in the same problems that we have. The ambassador and so many Zambians out there, including myself, we want to see Zambia liberated from the yoke that we find ourselves in. Okay? But the thing here is this. We must agree, all of us, that today we are in a place where we are being ruled by a person that is so very incompetent. The most disastrous thing that we can ever do is to move from this disaster to another disaster. Because we're in this place, it's my strong suggestion that we have to move from this disaster to someone who is more experienced. And if I look at those that are today aspiring to lead us, I feel that many of those that are offering themselves, commanding huge clouds, do not have what it takes. We must be so very kind to ourselves and rescue ourselves from this kind of mediocre kind of leadership that we find ourselves in by going for somebody who is more experienced. I know PF and many others do not want to be taught the truth, but I'll speak the truth, because even the Bible, Ambassador Mwamba, tells you that you shall speak the truth and it shall set you free. I still insist. Hari Kalaba is more experienced than the 2 that you can talk about, that the 2 that many others are talking about. This is somebody who has been a civil servant for 10 years, backbencher, MP, and Minister of Lands and Foreign Affairs. I think the man has got it all. We need somebody who is more experienced. It would be so very disastrous for us to go for experiments again. Mr. Ishilema is where he is today because he never understood what it means to be in government. He's never been a civil servant. He's never been a councillor. He's never been any of those things. So we cannot really afford as a nation to get somebody who is like him again. And my plea to the so many Zambians out there who want to see Zambia on a different trajectory is that can we please look for experience at this point?
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you very much.
We can only get it. Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. You've cut me short.
Hello, caller, please tell us your name and thank you for waiting for a long time. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Ambassador, I don't know what time it is. My name is Chilando, calling you from Lusaka.
Mr. Chilangwe, make your contribution.
Yes, my contribution, sir, is that we welcome the unity that we got yesterday between Honorable Makebi Zulu and Honorable Brian Mundubile. It is a welcome move, and we are so excited and happy about this union. But one thing that I would like to say is that, Ambassador, we are being ruled by this autocratic kind of government, where they are even taking us back to trade, to slave trade, bringing in laws to say if you assemble, you are found from number 3 to going upwards, you've been in trouble. I mean, these are laws that were used in slave trade, in apartheid, and people used to use these laws where people who were scared. They were scared if people get together and they start talking, they might come against us. So we must realize that we are dealing with a very, very complicated government, an incompetent government, and we need to really work together. I agree with the other gentleman who's saying that, the other two leaders that are put together are not, don't have the experience. I mean, they've both been in government, they are lawyers, which is a good thing, We never saw laws being broken under President Manawasa, who was the lawyer. We never saw any laws being broken under the late President Lungu. But now we got a businessman into the seat whose aim is just to make a profit and care less of the country. So I think the unity is a good one, and we should all welcome it and Zambians, and let's just give them the support. Those that want to join, let us join. Those that do not want, well, there's nothing we can do. Let us move forward. Thank you, I submit.
Thank you very much. Let's take the last cause. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your contribution. I'm quite nameless.
Okay, I just want to respond to, I don't know what his name is, Mr. Who was actually been talking about who should be the president of Zambia, someone who is so experienced. Batata, I'm sure you mulalande chibemba, lekeni nande mchibemba, bakwe bati nchite express wino, tamwa ishibo kuchita analyze. Imwete tumuise pa mulabasa, eru abantu, bale luisha, untungwa, imo mwaisa ichita single out. Mistake you mwapanga. That's not the way you analyze sensitive situations. I don't belong to any party. I'm an individual. I'm just a concerned citizen who has been looking at how things are in our country. Imwe mufuile ukulanda indirect. you should know how to speak indirect, not direct like that. Because you are talking to so many people. You are talking to the whole Zambian people. Hello, Zambian people are the ones who are going to choose who is supposed to be the president. Yes, Bakalaba is so competent. Makebi Zulu is so competent. Mundubile is so competent. Bamembe very competent, even with other people. Tetimu is okuchita single out. Hello, tatufyali kwa munganda imo. Hello, tatuwa kwa tamano ya mwene. Tuwa kwa tamano ya psana. Tekweba tipantu. Infumu yesu ile tusunga. Ile tuteka pale inonjiteo na chinjikana sana. Pantu ine nshituka abantu. Ya lufyanya. No kesa kwa kalufyanya pantaba kwete experience. Elo bakaunda baishire pabuntungwa. Taba kwete experience. Elo bachilu baishire pabuntungwa. Taba kwete experience. Experience starts from somewhere. This is one thing you have to know. Elo, umuntu nangute takwete experience. Kujabe nga mfundako. Ichibemba chebo kwebati. Umsalu wali pesamba. Waishire pamulu. Tata, ngana mkwata wa content, then keep it in your heart. But do not come and talk to the Zambians like that. Because we are so many. Zambia is not made of one person. We are 20 million in Zambia. So I have challenged you because I'm not happy of your comment. That's not good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Ntam kwa imayo barishani. Mama Nyirenda from Silverest, just a minute. Yes.
Ne barangire batata bachimba kambwiri chishinka umrando wakwe bati government ilipoyi te akusekana hena ejo tulefwaya babwalya fube ba kalaba bonse fema opposition tufure twaikala pamo ten turubula abantu abaneso abali mfungo tene cho nalalomba ku intunguru shisheso notifia kulimbana ukwebati awe inendefu ambe vice president awe inendefu ambe patopu awe inendefu kuba utufloto pusana bombeleni abantu sang musale omuntu wakwatinga mwasala zona kesa mkulubulu abantu notifia kwa fetinga mwamubika pali bu president ero nomba katampo kuchitefintu enaka kwatisha maka kwati na baba dipwaba bale Stephen Fiose fe bale foya mwabo nga bale foya kupingula tira twala chitesha so nishara ifunde de rapita echo tulefu ayo mundu akwa bati ese mkubombere chalo abombere chalo chakwe bati ichalo chikomfwe bwino tulefu Ibrahimu wa Mzambia wala lubula fwe bantu muno Mzambia bamwamba please to papata notu kufaya fatinga abakateka abantu baleta mpoko mutina ayeka efe pachifulo umulando kwa fati bananyenda baliteka po weta tulefwa bena Idi Amin muno mchalo cheswa ifo tulefwa omuntu ukatulubula umuntu kala umfanga batu adanda ula abantu balanda tichaso umfwa noti umuntu wa kuyumfwa nga ikala pampando aba mubike pampando bonse baba down then ama MPs tulefwa ama MPs yo tukasala nga twala nga balepanga mafunde parliament fwa basala bafule baisa mukutwipusha taba tulefwa ukupanga funde lyaso twaba suminisho kwati funde lyaso kabene mupange noti ama MPs ansala bakandida baba kwa fetinga baba batu baba pelo lupia baba fetitende tupange efyaso basumina tulefwa intungulushi ishalo ndoloke chalo tulefwa abashikulu besu bakese ikale chalo ekisuma notukula wina fye mapocket mwenu shinoshu tuleti no kulanda sana bamwamba sai balo ya isakoyi kuti batu konga kusuvalest mulale bwino tule kutika bamwamba lesale mpara.
Thank you my dear sister, thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and make your contribution. Ndita Mwabombeni.
Bamwambe chanta nkene kumitotela shi.
Mkwai.
Hii program yenu, it's a very good platform. Hello, you have spoken to all the prospective candidates we can think of. Yakwaba otamwala ndapo na nkwe. Onse mwali batita interview, pero nemisango shabo. Mwalishi Shiva. I think at the stage where we have reached as a country, Mwamba, you need to help us so that we narrow down our conversation to an individual that can help us. We have been talking about let's unite as opposition. Now, we need to start thinking of who should we rally behind. And we need to pick a name. And this name we should now start telling the Zambian people. Vane, from our analysis, how we have looked at these candidates, their experience, what they have done, their contribution, I think this is the person that we feel like go. I'm just coming from the farm. I went to see my grandfather. Now, when we reached, we went together with my elder brother. We find this old man seated. Now, we ask this old man, sir, we need transport to another area where we are going. And our big man had two vehicles. One was an old wreck car. It was moving and smoking quite okay. Then there was a brand new, almost new GX, which he got out of his retirement package. But the unfortunate part of that GX, there was no engine. So he asked us to choose which car we can get and use to get where we are going. To my surprise, my elder brother rushed for the GX. Even despite us being told to say this GX has got no engine. Me, I humbled myself and I allowed my big brother to say, okay, since my big brother has made a choice to pick the GX which has got no engine, me, I'll get this same finished vehicle. But as we speak now, I've gotten to my destination. My elder brother is still, I don't know whether he's still at the farm or he's still languishing somewhere. Now, the lesson out of this, Mwamba, we have been given all the indicators. And these indicators are in the public domain. Today, the ECZ called upon the meeting where they asked the stakeholders to be given a program on the 18th so that they can start these nominations. But the unfortunate part in some of these places, they were told after 18 that the program has been changed or they have rescheduled it. Now, the happenings in this country, it's as good as a father or my grandfather sitting at the farm. The two of us, me and my brother, we are more or less like political parties. And the Zambian people have given us an option, talking about a special purpose vehicle. There is a brand new GX without an engine. Now, is that a vehicle that we are really going to pick to take us to our destination? I think we, the Zambians, we need to start thinking twice about some of these decisions. We are better off even to say, let's package ourselves in this finished wreck car in order for us to cross on the other side, because there is movement. And Mwamba, in honesty and fairness, first of all, motion is not progress. We can all be in motion, but going in circles. But what is important, let's put our egos aside. And looking at all these candidates that have come and that have emerged, there is need for us to start chiseling it down to one individual, and we start telling people to say, let's rally behind this individual. Based on the indicators that has been unveiled to us, we have been told anyone who's going to appear before ECZ
should come with the adoption certificate that is signed by the Secretary General, the party president, who is recognized by the Registrar of Society. Now, if we continue being in this denial and thinking that we are going to pull up or to take out a law that we can back it, we'll just end up shooting ourselves. Why can't we look at a party that has got all the requisites that we need, all the prerequisites that are necessary for us to rally behind, and we make sure that we are not disadvantaged? I love this President Mawere. Mawere, when he approached Hari Karaba, he told him, Bwana, before I join you or support you, can you show us your documentation and tell us, and we don't want you just to tell us, show us the evidence that you are among those office bearers in your party, and we want to make sure that indeed you are a party president of your organization, you have been to a convention, you have been elected, and the record at the Registrar of Society is up to date. And the good part of it is that Hari Kalawa had to produce this document. That's how Mr. Mawere and his team decided to make such a decision to say, guys, let's not push ourselves into this race. We are better off to rally behind our brother who has got a document that is up to date. So with him, he has got, I'll say, he's at an upper hand because of the documentation. Now, why are we wasting our time to go and get these special purpose vehicles? And we know it ourselves from the depth of our hearts to say these special purpose vehicles, some of it, it's a little bit difficult even to explain who are the office bearers. Please, Mwamba, help us, so that we chisel it down to an individual and we start telling people to say, gentlemen, mweba fiashi, mweba nsapela, batataba shikulu, let's rally behind this individual, because we don't want to experiment. And this is not the time for us to use emotions. This is the time that we should just put our differences aside and look at what the law says as at now, because what they have implemented, they will use it against some of our colleagues. Thank you, Mwambale.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the program, and thank you for all the calls, for everyone that was calling. Today we're discussing the development in South Africa regarding the late president. The matter is coming up in the Supreme Court of Appeal. A date has been given us 27th May for the full hearing. And like we told you, this matter was never discontinued, and we never understood why the Attorney General then proceeded to pick the body and conduct an illegal post-mortem on it. That matter is coming on the 27th. Although I'm calling, I can see people still calling. Hello, caller. Ndefo kuisala mulenkanyo kuisala.
Yo lichikolo yama yo kabiri uli inongo ya mushiji ichulu chako tachuma fyawe lesali alibika mwichikalamba muliwe wabomba fe wino
yo twabomba. Make your contribution, my brother. Your name and your contribution.
Machina yakunumbula pamula basaifwe ndeva vokushita collect aba chinalanda pama candidate ndeva isu konka ba sister banda bachirando kwebati ukutungulule chalo temuntu mwawe mistake tulepanga ukutungulule chalo. If you are a British structure governance system, the president take a child. Kwali baba department yaengi aya afirisha wa president to take a child. Icha baba first pa number one umuntu fyole banga intungulushyo kuba president afira kwata wisdom umuneka. Two, afira assemble a very good team. No kulabo mfira ma technocrats ni na abantu bakwita ma experience
Quite a lot of president, they are not even economists, they are not agriculturists, they are not engineers, but now quite a department ya sana ichalo to take a wino, but not guide wino. So if you are going to you are quite experience ali bombere ni minister ali nishani awe. A mistake to panga. We are trying to focus on one individual to be a leader. Let's constitute a team. Ya kwebati yambo kutungulile echalo. Ba mwambanda kwata kwa example ya MMD. Ba MMD FOALI, all the position of the National Executive Committee, they were subject to an election. So all say from the president, from the Secretary General, from the provincial chairman, they were subject to an election. The National Executive Committee. President Ingalefwaya, anything to be passed into that National Executive Committee. Afila Starobi. My executive committee members who are educated, why should they support that proposals? No, but if you have the way all these political parties have been structured, there have been structures which will power. Today we have landed ourselves if we stick in parliament. But was President Ngalanda Filia won't say Konka. By MMD Chiruvanga and Fintu, ama executive members in Awaka and Istachapite. Because all those members of the National Executive Committee, they obtain their mandate from the people, not being appointed by one individual. So therefore, staff collector, my brothers, what experience. Governance system of the country is not one individual. It's a system. Appoint people who are capable to advise. Tabafiri wale kutina president. Bafiri wale watu presenting mapange cha so. Chalaluana. That's why when you saw Amina Magande became one of the best finance minister, Ronald Penza, because they used to challenge the president. So that's why we are trying to advise our brothers. Let's identify the people. Kubanabo abendo feel abena Zambia abenda tina abena Zambia abenda tina entambisha mchalo abenda sta protective funde abenda tina ama values all to sta believe as a Zambian so that chalo chie kuntanshi not individual aba itungo kweba pakafia inanga ishiri ipote bambi chimbi ba Mwamba. When the people are talking about experience, let's be objective here. Not quite 16,151 polling station. You need to have almost 35,000 polling agents and polling assistants. Some of the candidates are talking about, they could not even manage that number of votes in a general election. So, for example, if you look about presidential candidates in 2021, none of the presidential candidates, apart from President Hakainde Hichilema and President Edgar Lungu, who got more than 30,000 votes, which requires just some polling agents and polling assistants. So what the Zambians are looking for, now what we never got the experience, but join now so that we have a formidable team to govern this country, to respect every Zambian, to respect 73 tribes, to respect all organs of this country. I thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You still want to speak, but we are closing. And those are the issues we're discussing. So thank you very much for your contribution, and we will see you tomorrow. God bless you, and shalom, shalom.
If I cannot move